I know a lot of people have been like joking about this recently, but haven't you noticed like all the 90s fashion is coming back?
For you, yes.
Well, when I watch old Arthur episodes, I notice like the way they dress, and usually in the episode, the way they dress is the same way I'm seeing kids dress these days.
Okay, your little group that you call most people is not a group of most people.
It's like a scientist, 5 out of 10 people say. Welcome back to Rocket to Anywhere, the show whose hosts miss VHS because you could actually skip the trailers at the beginning without getting an invalid operation message. Or,
Well, you can skip those on Amazon or Netflix or anything like that.
I guess so.
And if I don't sound excited, it's because I just woke up from a I don't even know how long nap. And yeah, I think I'm sick and I'm tired.
It's flu
And I
season.
want egg rolls.
Yeah, you're mumbling about egg rolls. Okay, well, this week on the show, we're going to be talking about a word Sophia accidentally invented.
Ooh.
It's a surprise for you because you probably forgot.
Yeah, I did.
We're going to be playing another round of fake pitch or real pitch, where I read two fake pitches for TV shows and one real pitch, and we're going to be discussing.
Wait, how many fake ones?
I have one fake one and two real ones.
Oh, okay.
I said it backwards, yeah. And then at the end of the show, we're going to be discussing Season 2B, or Season 202, of Just Dad Magic.
Okay.
Otay, spelled O-H-T-A-Y, with a hyphen.
I don't do that.
Let's get started with follow-up. We don't have a lot of follow-up, just two things on the subject of, pilot shows. I have an update on Will vs. the Future, which you may be interested in. So it's not really new news, but it's something I just discovered yesterday while preparing for the show. So this was discovered in a Verge article you can read. I'll leave it in the show notes at rta.space/45. But this is the excerpt. So, even so, Will is pretty shocked when Athena explains that he grows up to become a cyborg who enslaves the whole planet. I've never even gotten detention, Will says. They fight. Athena was sent back in time to destroy Will, who clumsily defends himself until they come to an agreement. This is the new news right here we haven't heard yet. They will spend 2 months trying to make Will into a better person, keeping him on the right track, and overall teach him how to control his future. So, turns out, if this does become greenlit for a whole season, it seems like the rest of the 12 episodes will just cover the 2 months where he tries to become a better person, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new news there, and on that subject, I have to apologize, I guess. I mean, now I sound like it's not sincere, but I sincerely apologize to the creators of A Kid Called Mayonnaise. Because I was thinking about it the other day. I was rewatching, best TV episode ever created, Gordon McGibbon's Life on Elmo Street, Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot. And I realized if I had seen this pilot, and this is the only thing I had seen, and I didn't have anything else to base it around, I would have thought, this is a terrible show. So, I was saying, think about Gordon Episode 1. Did it by itself prove what it was to become? No, it didn't. So,
yeah, it did.
It did?
Yes.
So
it was terrible.
So if you're agreeing with that, you're going to say that A Kid Called Mayonnaise is going to be terrible?
No. A Kid Called Mayonnaise is going to be great.
I don't know. I haven't put my foot down on it
Nobody
yet.
would put that name on a bad show. Because no one would ever like mayonnaise again.
I don't really like mayonnaise.
I do.
It's eggs. Raw eggs.
I eat cage-free, non-egg, not egg people made mayonnaise.
But do you think that's ethical?
Define ethical.
Okay. Now into thought of the week.
if cows go moo and cats go meow and ducks go quack, quack, quacker, quackers, and ducks go woof or ruff or whatever they do, then what is the designated sound for humans?
Ow. Okay, I guess it would be like whatever sound naturally comes out when you open your mouth.
Oh, you know what I realized? No matter what language you speak, if you are scared, you're always going to scream the exact same way.
Yeah, because like no matter where you come from, you're screaming, you're crying, and your laughter will sound the same.
No, not your laugh.
Well, if you're British, your laughter.
There's no designated sound for human.
I think it's like screaming.
I know, but like, does that mean?
No, you know what?
Does that mean that when a cow goes moo, it's screaming?
No, maybe our designated sound is just laughter because that's something we all have.
Well, there's some who don't.
I think it's laughter.
Yeah, I think it's laughter.
So this time, last year's episode, I said that really weirdly. In this episode, exactly 1 year ago from this episode, I said a thought of the week about like saying "where are you" didn't make sense until we had like telephones or stuff like that, different means of communication. And on that subject, the sign language for "where are you" probably isn't used much.
Oh yeah.
Because it's not like you can amplify your signing. Unless you sign a video, sign "where are you" in a video and text it to someone. But then again, you could have just texted "where are you." So yeah, doesn't make sense.
Yep, it'll do.
Well, learn a word. Here's a word Sophia invented a couple of days ago, more like a week ago. She was speaking and, like normal, stumbled on words and invented a new word, which was pretty cool.
What did I invent?
Cain't.
Oh yeah.
Cain't. Cain apostrophe T. Cannot and will not. For example, I can't do that.
It's like can't and ain't at the same time.
Yeah. I can't and ain't gonna do that. So use that next time.
Not even what I meant to say, but okay.
Yeah. Use that next time someone's like, wait. What's an example of something I can't do?
Everything.
Well, let's go on to some jokes. Because
you say okay too much.
What's a good replacement for okay?
Ote.
Ote. Let's move on to jokes. Because Sophia said equality doesn't mean when she goes first, it means when I go first.
No, equality means when we take turns going first.
Okay, then I guess I have to go first for the next 10 episodes because you've been going first?
Yup, it'll do.
Why does the ocean roar?
I don't know.
You would too if you had lobsters in your bed. This is from James in Ohio.
Cool. What do you call a cold puppy?
A golden retriever?
No. A chili dog. Now here's the thing. If you think chili dogs are cold, then a hot dog is hot, so a hot dog with chili on it is supposed to be cold. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. What do you call fake spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
Close. An impasta.
Come on.
That's from Joshua in Kentucky.
What do you call a dance with no steps?
The one from the Magic School Bus.
No, you still had to step on that one.
Oh.
I call it my type of dance. Just kidding. Okay. But,
Mine too.
No, it's the elevator dance. Because you don't have to take the steps. Get it?
Mm-hmm. Which state is the loudest?
I think you've told this joke before.
Illinois.
Yeah, you've told this joke before.
I just paused for a considerable amount of time staring at this name trying to figure out how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry, whoever you are, but I can't pronounce this name.
You said a considerable amount of time.
I'm guessing it's Alana in...
Alana?
Nope, it's not. Half of those sounds I just made were not even in the name. Whoever you are, you know who you are.
What biblical city is the most tired?
I I feel like I should know this,
You should.
but I don't.
Well,
Bethlehem?
no. Babylon.
Here's one. I'm sure people will get this, but I just don't get it. Maybe you get it. It says, what's the most musical thing in a trash can? A gum wrapper.
Why do they assume there's a gum wrapper in the trash can?
I know.
Don't assume things.
Yeah, Eleanor.
This is the best one on here, okay? What does it mean when you find a horseshoe?
Unfortunately, I told you this one this morning when you were sick and lying in bed, and you don't remember that I told this to you, so I'll let you tell everyone the punchline.
Oh. It means, let me just ask the question again because I forgot. So, what does it mean when you find a horseshoe? That means that some poor little horse is over there wearing socks only. And that one I'm going to give the name because they must be proud. Grace M. from Drums, Pennsylvania.
Okay, let's play a game.
This game is called Two Truths and a Lie, but with pitches for shows. And, like 2 in 1, one fake one, okay? And then, it's somewhat fun, yeah.
Yep.
It's very easy because I know what Corbin's mind would think of, so I already know which one's going to be fake.
Okay. Well, let's read these 3. First, Catastrophe Canyon. Harper Thomas's small village lies in Catastrophe Canyon. There's an exclamation mark at the end of each one. A location where everything seems to go wrong. But after generations of his and everyone's failure, Harper can't take it anymore. He wants to make a difference. Catastrophe Canyon follows the adventures of a kid who's destined for greatness.
Let me guess, his name starts with a C.
I just said his name was Harper Thomas.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought that was the name of, like, a university or something.
No. Next. Everything is Jake. 12-year-old Jake is really the odd man out in the family. Overlooked by his parents, picked on by his older twin brothers, and overshadowed by his younger twin sisters, he should feel like giving up. Instead, he feels driven to make the best out of the worst situations. Next, and last, Weirdville, spelled Wyrdville. Peter Cogg and his family move from the city to the small town of Weirdville. It isn't long before Weirdville starts living up to its name. No one seems to notice something is amiss, except for a ragtag group of kids who possess special gifts. 2 of these are real, 1 is fake. Again, here are the 3 titles: Everything's Jake, Weirdville, and Catastrophe Canyon.
The one about Jake is the fake one.
I'm sorry, you're wrong.
No, it's not.
I'm serious. That's a real show.
Okay, there's so many contradictions in that thing.
The one I made up was Catastrophe Canyon.
Well, I thought of that, but then I was like, you wouldn't think of that name.
Yeah. Well, I sat here and I picked out 2 random words, and I both opened up in the C part of the dictionary, so I got Catastrophe and Canyon. Okay. Yeah, so Weirdville and Everything's Jake are actual pitches for TV shows. They didn't actually get picked up. I think Weirdville would be interesting, but, like, there wasn't enough explanation. It's just, like, Weirdville starts living up to its name. No one seems to notice something's amiss. I didn't. Needs some work. Well, now let's move on to our main topic for this episode. Just Add Magic Season 2B.
Wait, I thought we were going to play 3 rounds.
I didn't have enough. It's so hard to come up with, like,
TV
show ideas. It is, Sophia.
No,
I sit on them for, like, 2 years, and then I pop them out. I'm like, oh, here we go. I'll try to write some up over the weeks every time I get random ideas, and then we'll maybe try to do another one next week. So this week, though, topic time, we're going to be doing Just Add Magic Season 2B, or Season 202, or the second part of Season 2. So the first thing I want to talk about is how we found out about Just Add Magic. Do you remember?
Nope.
You seriously don't remember?
No.
Okay, so I was on Instagram and I got an Instagram ad for Just Add Magic.
Oh, now I remember.
Yeah, I feel like bringing this up because I wanted to talk about how I think Amazon has an advertising issue. Because like, think about it. Amazon right now is looking to be like the really only good streaming platform with solid kids programming. So if they're going to be doing this, they need to be advertising it. Like, imagine you didn't have me as a brother, okay? And the Kicks came out with the second season. How would you know about it?
I don't have an imagination.
What would you? Well, that's the thing. You wouldn't even know. It would just completely pass by you.
We wouldn't have Amazon without you.
Hmm. Okay, imagine I was here, but I never talked to you.
Oh, your ears would have been falling off already.
Okay, this hypotheticals don't go well with Sophia. Okay, my point with this thing is Amazon really needs to up their advertising game. I think that they need to start reaching out more because I mean I never knew about Gordimer until I clicked on it because I was interested in the cover. Three kids.
See.
Three.
Judge a movie and book and everything by what on the outside. Except for people and dogs.
Yeah, but it was three kids sitting on a tree trunk. Eventually, it's gonna fall off.
Whatever.
Okay. Disclaimer before we start: neither of us, shockingly, on me, have never read the Just Add Magic book. But we still feel qualified to talk about this because, according to HarperCollins and all these other people, um, the book has literally nothing to do with the TV show except for the names of characters and the plot. Everything else is completely different. I mean, not even the plot's the same. Literally, the book is like three kids find a magical cookbook, and then it's just pure drama in a full book, which thankfully did not come into the TV show.
You secretly wish for it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe just a bit. They could have turned it up just a tiny bit. So, Season 2B, Episode 1 starts off not where Season 2A ended, from what I remember, because I did not go back and watch the last episode of the previous season.
So, it ended where they sent they brought Rose back, and then they sent them both back to the 1800s, and then they had a nice party at Mama P's, but then RJ was standing outside watching them.
And see, Season 3 starts when school started back up again. So I guess, like, in between seasons is the summer, I guess?
That one ended in the summer when school was about to start, and then the one that just came out, it starts up like in the second semester.
So how long do you think there is a break between?
4 months.
Okay. Well, this season, Season 2B, they're not calling it Season 3 for some reason. It's just a weird thing Amazon does. Season 2B, the plot of the entire season is that someone is trying to basically erase every former protector's memory of magic.
Not protector, everybody who knows of magic.
Yeah, anybody in general, yeah, because there are other people who know of magic. Basically just wants to get rid of it because according to them, the magic can't do any good and it's always causing problems and stuff, which is what you find out at the end of the season. So, Season 2B introduced Usam Ali as Arthur Morris, Hannah's teacher, and it's hard, in my opinion, to see him as the teacher because I just keep seeing him as Fernald from Mysterious and Unfortunate Events. And anyway, on the subject of cameos, what's his name? Rio Mangini, he had a cameo as like the lead set builder who Darby took his job. Nice cameo there. Also, I was telling Sophia I came up with a new tagline for this season. It's Just Add Magic Season 2B, now with 4-way dissolves, when they're doing cooking scenes.
Oh yeah.
Like I was telling you, what's the deal with the DP and like doing these like slider shots all the time.
I don't know.
It's
Think I know him in person or something?
well, it's like there's no need for a slider shot there. Like by the time your slide shot is done, you've broken the 180-degree rule. I kept laughing at that. They kept breaking the 180-degree rule left and right, and they thought that cutting to a picture of a dish of food was enough to allow them to break the 180-degree rule. That's not how it works when the show's about cooking. Also, I think there was a continuity error. Sophia says it's always been there, but since when has Saffron been across the street from Mama P's?
It's always been there. When they opened up across the street from Mama P.
I don't remember that. Cause like who would put? It's like you open up a fancy restaurant across the street from a 7-Eleven. No one does that.
That's literally what they do in downtown. It's Starbucks is across the street from 7-Eleven.
You calling Starbucks a fancy restaurant?
No, but I'm saying everybody goes to 7-Eleven for like the cheap snacks and stuff if they're gonna need it later. And then everybody goes to Starbucks because, everybody just loves Starbucks.
So you're calling Saffron Starbucks
Yeah.
in 7-Eleven Mama P's.
Yes, because everybody somehow loves Starbucks. Like, they could be spelling people to love it.
You know what? That's probably their secret, like, syrup stuff they put in their coffees and stuff. It's probably like magic food. You never know.
That's why I don't drink coffee.
Stay away from the Elysian sugar. Okay, I have a question for you. Do you think that
No.
It's not? Okay.
Wait, what were you going to ask? Because I think
I was going to ask you, what do you think about the music in the show? Don't you feel like it's getting old? It's like the same songs.
No, it's not getting old. That
cheap.
music gets your heart pounding and ready for jam.
I feel a crow. I see a crow. Whatever happened to the crow? They never explained the crow.
Yeah, they never did.
Maybe that's for another season. But we're going to talk about that in a second.
No, Miss Silvers was the crow.
She was?
Yeah.
She turned herself into a crow?
No, that was her spell. Remember? I think.
I don't know.
I have to rewatch it.
Okay.
No, wait. Here's the thing. Like 3 months ago, I rewatched Jam season 1 and half of 2. They never explained what the crow was, so.
Yeah. Maybe they're going to leave it for another season. Because that's I guess we talked about that
Jake brought
now.
it up, remember? Jake brought it up. He said,
so.
He told Miss Silvers, he said
that
crow always scared me, and
yeah.
she never even looked at him. She didn't even look at him.
Okay, based on the ending of this season, do you think there's going to be another season?
They probably are going to make one just because everybody loves it, but they didn't really leave you hanging on anything.
Yeah, there's nothing really left. I guess it's like, okay, we left it in a place where, if need be, we could make another season. But also, if need be, that could be the end.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking...
Like, they're probably going to make another one because everybody loves it. And because everybody loves it, they're going to have to end it with the book moving on to different protectors.
Yeah, what I was thinking, if there is another season, it's just going to be new season with a whole new cast. Just wipe everyone out. Different town, different cast, different everybody.
It doesn't have to be a different town. I feel like Saffron Falls is like the place where magic is. Like, you've never had a protector without Saffron Falls.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
It just, the book just happens to like being around Saffron Falls a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I think I remember them saying like it came from Paris once or something. I don't know.
No.
It would be interesting maybe to see it like New York. Like what happens when the magic is brought to the big city instead of like small town?
It wouldn't really work. Because no one would be able to tell that it's magic. They would just think, oh, it's a rich person,
Yeah, if someone finds the cookbook on the street, they're just going to kick it into a dumpster. Okay, I know you don't like it either, but I don't understand. I really just don't understand why there's a last time on Just Add Magic.
Okay, that's the only one where I actually like that.
Why?
Because, sometimes you'll forget or your brain doesn't catch up with the storyline fast enough to figure it out. And so they have to remind you. And in those before on Just That Magic or whatever, what they do is they only, like when they were trying to figure out who Jill was, they only put certain people in that thing. Like they didn't just put what just happened before. They put like only certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Like they even put stuff from the other
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that they put a lot of clips from other seasons
Because it had to do with it.
One time they even put a clip from an episode that hadn't even played yet. When I went back to watch it. Anyway, yeah. I don't like it. Like I feel like ranting about the season 7 of Doctor Who was like where before the Doctor Who intro every time it rolls like Amy going, when I was 7, I had an imaginary friend. I'm like, oh come on, I don't need to see this.
I got tired of it after the 5th time.
I only watched it once and I was like, okay, that's enough for me. I know this. But I guess it makes sense because, at that time...
I only watched it those 5 times because I thought it was going to, like, be
change.
A different one this time. Yeah. Like, every single time, but...
I guess it makes sense because, like, I guess around that time, Stephen Moffat era, a lot of people were starting to watch Doctor Who for the first time. And it's like, oh, well, I guess we need to explain it if they just turn on TV and they saw this crazy show with aliens and they have no idea what it's about. This season seemed to introduce a lot of heavy subjects, a lot like Gordimer. More emotional, sort of. There was a lot of discussion on rivalry, behavior, attitude, competition, all sorts of different stuff. It was nice. It wasn't too heavy-handed, but it was lightly, subtly poked in. And Sophia and I were complaining about the caption writer. Could not make up their mind on how to spell things.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure Just Said Magic is one of Amazon's more successful shows. So I think I'm almost 100% certain there will be a season 3, but like with a whole new cast. There might be an obvious answer to this whole thing. There might be like at the end of the book it says, epilogue, this and this happened and this person took over. Like it might be in the book that they lose the book, but I mean, I haven't read the book, so I don't know. So, overall, I liked the plot of this season, but I felt like it was a bit stretched out.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Rating time, out of 10 Morbium seeds, how many do you give? 10 being the best, 1 being the worst.
Wait, this season or like the whole entire thing and all?
Well, do this season first and then do for the entire show in general.
This season got a 6.
Okay. Now, what about the entire show? All seasons combined?
9. No, 8.5.
Okay. I gave this season 8 out of 10. Because I have to say, I don't know why. I just see it differently for some reason. And for the entire show, I give the entire show a 7 out of 10. So, that's our discussion of Season 2B of Just Add Magic. If you want to go check out the show yourself, it's a guess. Unless you have anything to oppose it with, it is our recommendation of the week.
I recommend Doctor Who.
Well, what season? And new Who or old Who?
I recommend all of the seasons with Matt Smith.
Oh, it's a stereotype you're falling into.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Called A Love for the Doctor.
Or That Doctor.
Yeah, he's still the Doctor.
Well, thanks for listening. If this is your first time, please subscribe. You can find the best way for you to subscribe wherever you're listening from at rta.space/listen. You can review us on Apple Podcasts. According to the new beta analytics, it says that absolutely nobody listens to the show, and I'm 100% sure people do listen to the show. Okay, if you have any suggestions for us, or you want to send us some jokes or anything you want us to talk about, email us, rocket2anywhereshow@gmail.com, or you can tweet at us at RTA Show on Twitter. Show notes for this week's episode are available at rta.space/45, and you can follow me on Twitter at Corban Garcia.
And me on Instagram at Bailey and Rushy.
Yes, that's a Pet's account.
Yeah, but it's the one that I actually use.
We'll be back next week to discuss Wonderstruck.
Oh, yeah!
Or the week after next, I should say, because...
Is that like a Wrinkle in Time remake?
No, the Wrinkle in Time remake is coming out in, like, July.
So what's Wonderstruck?
Wonderstruck is like the second book that came after like The Invention of Hugo Cabret, I think. I think I'm gonna go check out the book at the library sometime this week, and we go through it again, and then
So
we're gonna
is
watch
it
the movie.
about Hugo?
It's been a while since I've read it, but I think that's what it is. But we'll be back week after next to talk about that. It just came on Amazon Prime, so we're gonna watch that. Well, until then,
This rocket has landed.
My, oh my, what exhaustion I am feeling.
Same.